Peter McGuire also on the phone line with us. Peter, just your first reactions then, pretty much in line, I guess, in terms of extending that agreement?
Yes, absolutely. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. Yes, I feel as though, in a lot of ways, the news already came out earlier in the weekend due to President Putin and MBS in Osaka, and that in turn created a little bit of, I would think, deal tension across the fabric of OPEC. So there were the likes of Iran and other members saying, well, why are they speaking before a meeting, and who gave them the authority? And so that was the first part of a takeaway that I think created confusion across many of the members. And then the outcome was, well, fair. When you listen to Al-Falih, then you realise, the Saudi minister, that the situation is to extend for another 9 months and those 1.2 million cut.
So your outlook on prices then, Peter, do you expect them to remain in this range and with this, with the latest update there?
Well, I would have thought they would have ticked higher as of today, and it's not unusual for a day or two after the event to actually see them head higher and then whipsaw. But the profit taking came into the market earlier than I expected, and there's, everyone's very conscious as far as structural weakness across the world, from IMF numbers moving forward and what those growth forecasts are. But there's the first part. The second part was that the good news coming out of Osaka, that there's possibly a trade deal between President Trump and Xi, and their Fed cuts, and that could be a stimulus for, global growth. So it was probably a little bit of a mixed reaction. And we also saw the US dollar come heavily sold off, and I thought that may give, crude price a little bit more impetus to the upside. But they've been fairly static at this sort of number that they're at, and I think they'll probably hold, around this number. They may even, edge a fraction lower from here.
All right. We'll leave it there for now, Peter. Thanks so much for joining us and taking us through your outlook currently on oil and post, what we've seen, key meetings, G20, OPEC, and so forth.